Alright, I want to start this off by reading this verse from the book of Matthew. It says, "But when he saw the multitudes, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd." That's from when Jesus was ministering around Galilee day after day after day, giving to people, healing them, forgiving them from their sins, bringing them into the kingdom. And Matthew tells us how this happens when he sees the multitudes. He's moved with compassion, and then he ordains the 12 to be his apostles and go out with his power and do the same as he is doing. And I want to get to this word liberal. Is God liberal? Is Jesus liberal? The answer is, of course, I think if you look at it from a biblical tense, yes, very, very liberal. Liberal as in generous, altruistic. I think when we're told that God is love, that means is that God is a all-powerful, all-consuming, all-encompassing, altruistic power, compassionate, as Jesus is referred to again and again. So liberal as in giving of oneself without holding back, without partiality. Like it says in the Epistle of James, "If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all men liberally." So that's the proper use of the word when we're talking about God, when we're talking about Jesus and how he sees things. It's not something that can be used in a political sense, I don't think. I don't think we can say that Jesus would be on the side of liberal politics, liberal parties. Now, perhaps in your country, the Liberal Party and the people who associate with it are more merciful and generous, and that does seem to be the case in a lot of parts of the world where being liberal can rightly be associated with generosity and being merciful. So in that case, sure, we can see the good in people in that way. But I just really want to emphasize that we come to Jesus, we be like Jesus, not try to bring Jesus towards us and make Jesus like us. Jesus didn't come to approve of our opinions. He didn't come to be subject to our standards. He wants us to be drawn to his standard. That's what we call salvation, when Jesus comes and dwells in us and makes us different and makes us better and brings us into God's plan, into God's kingdom. In John 15, I'm going to read here, John 14, this is Jesus answering one of his disciples during the Last Supper. His disciple Judas, not Iscariot, asks him how Jesus will be manifest to them. And Jesus answers, "If a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come unto him and make our abode with him." So that's the process by which Jesus enters into someone and, as he says here, makes him and his Father make their abode with him, if you will keep Jesus' word. So that's what so much is contingent on. We can't bring Jesus into our system and make him safe and make him approving of what we think, what we believe. We have to go that way. We have to keep his words. We have to take on his mind, take on his spirit, open ourselves to him. That is how things work, and that is how we can attain God's liberality, that generosity and love that will change the world.